Le dernier album de Tears for Fears est un genre de flop Roland and the Kings of Spain. C'est un peu dommage parce que ça demeure un excellent disque. D'ailleurs, Roland Orzabal est venu faire un petit tour à Musique Plus il y a un mois et j'en ai profité pour lui parler de ses disques préférés. Music that really influenced Roland Orzabal, part one. Rain Tree Crow.
Yeah, Rain Tree Crow, wow.
That's quite recent, what, 3-4-year-old album?
3-4 years ago, and it's people from Japan.
Yeah.
David Sylvian, his brother, Nick Khan. And they hadn't sort of been together for a while because David Sylvian had been doing solo work. They got back together and just started improvising. And it's, in fact, to be honest with you, I think what they had done had listened to Talk Talk Colour of Spring, because it was recorded in exactly the same way.
Yeah.
And I think the end result is just tremendous.
Were you a fan of Japan?
Yeah, well, for me, you see, when I started in the early 80s and we were very involved with synthesizers and the new technology, I think Japan really got sounds out of this thing called a Prophet 5, which, I mean, I just don't know how they did it. I mean, it's remarkable. It really made me think, God, you know, I really have to sort of work to get something as good.
No Beatles in your top 5 because...
No Beatles.
I'm surprised because I'm sure you were influenced in a way by the Beatles.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah. Also, the Blue Nile.
Well, the Blue Nile, again, early 80s, again, a phenomenal use of technology and a very strange atmosphere on this album, A Walk Across the Rooftops. And they got in a real orchestra. They arranged the whole strings themselves. This was their first album, and it really, honestly, it sounded like somebody's 5th album. But Annie Lennox has recently covered a song called Downtown Lights on the Medusa album, which is from their 2nd album.
Because we're not really familiar with the Blue Nile. Are they still together?
Yeah, but they've made 2 albums, I believe, in and back.
They no longer exist, or what?
Well, they sort of. I don't think they're careerists, you know what I mean? They get together and they make a record and that's it. They don't really follow it up.
Are their records still available?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think so.
And that's really one to...
A Walk Across the Rooftops is quite incredible.
You were mentioning Talk Talk.
Yes, Talk Talk Colour of Spring. I mean, Talk Talk, again, another strange group that were not accepted by the music press in England at all when they started, probably because they all wore the same coloured shirts. But
that was a good enough reason.
And also the...
You mean that the British press can really destroy someone from the start?
Well, they think that the Talk Talk came up sort of along the lines of Duran Duran, and I think that it was a big mistake to put them in the same category.
Each album is totally
Each album
different.
Developed. I mean, they really sort of made a breakthrough with Dum Dum Girl on the 2nd album, and the 3rd album was what was it called?
The 2nd album?
The 2nd album's It's My Life.
Yeah.
3rd album.
That's the 3rd, I think.
No, Colour of Spring. Colour of Spring. Yes. Spirit of Eden is the 4th album.
Yeah.
That's.
It's a good album too, but more like a copy of the.
Yeah.
But Colour of Spring is really.
Colour of Spring.
It's a masterpiece. Also, David Byrne and Brian Eno, My Life in the Bush.
My Life in the Bush of Ghosts. This was done between Fear of Music by Talking Heads and Remain in Light. But it came out after Remain in Light. That's quite interesting. because
Why's that?
well, if you place that album between Fear of Music and Remain in Light, you can see exactly why how they got to Remain in Light. It's exactly the same techniques. It's just that there was singing on it, whereas My Life in the Bush of Ghosts, he uses sampling, strange radio noise and that kind of stuff, and he takes speeches by preachers and he puts them to funk tracks, and it's just an amazing end result.
Do you like talking heads and...
Talking heads especially, yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, I'm very fond of complicated music, whether it's Sgt.
You're a musician,
Yeah,
so that's why you analyze it in a different way
That's
than
right.
the average listener.
So whether it's Sgt. Pepper's or Remain in Light, there's just a mastery of arrangement.
You like arrangements?
Yeah.
They can change a song, make it
absolutely.
a classic.
Yeah.
And Brian Eno? You like Brian Eno as well?
Well, yeah, I mean, what can you say? He's had a phenomenal career. Yeah.
And to conclude, one last thing, Radiohead.
Well, an album that came out this year, Radiohead, The Bends. I mean, they sort of made a breakthrough in North America with the song Creep, although they didn't really make a lot of noise in England.
Really?
Yes, and...
here in Quebec was a smash, you know.
So I think The Bends, it's just, again, for somebody's second album, I mean, they just have so much of a handle on what they're doing lyrically, and the guitar work is superb.
You think it's a better album than Pablo Honey, their first?
I do, yes, actually.
Yeah? It's an amazing album. Each track is very, very strong. You think they'll still be around in 10 years? You know, stuff.
I do, because I think they're really good at something which a lot of English bands aren't. I said a lot of English bands are sort of really good at being doing pop music, that kind of throwaway, albeit edgy kind of style. But I think that Radiohead really understand rock music. You know, it's very rare.
Yeah,
in English band.
It's a real rock band.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.